Is going on, motherfuckers? This is Zach Moonshine here with Metal Devastation Radio. Right now on the phone with me live, we have fucking Kostas Koulis from the band Illusory. Dude, what the fuck is going on, man?
Hello, Zach. Hello, people of Metal Devastation Radio. It's going well. Thank you. Should I say fucking well or just well?
Hell yeah, dude. So, now, Kostas from Illusory, dude. What the fuck is going on right now in the world of Illusory? Is that how you say the band name, by the way, or am I fucking it up?
Illusory sounds fine. Thank you.
Okay. So what's going on in the world of Illusory?
It's going really, really well. We have released our second album called Polysyllabic. That was released last November by a German label called Seven Heart, 7 US Media Group. And it's really going. It's going really well. Getting great reviews, and we got views, and hopefully we get some more because we have just released our first official video from the album, which shows the song Dream Shape, and we made a fantastic video. It's not just a video; it's a short movie, which is going absolutely fantastic, and we got all the attention in the world for a band that's actually starting to making a breakthrough like we did.
Very cool, man. Are you talking on a speakerphone or are you talking directly into the phone?
I have earphones and a small device. I don't know how I sound. I don't have a clue.
It sounds like you're a little bit far away from the microphone. I don't know.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you good now.
Sounds better, louder, what?
Yes, it sounds perfect right now, dude.
Okay.
Right on. So how long have you guys been a band, and exactly how did this thing get started?
Well, the band started in 1992. I know it's a long time for just 2 records, but we have a thing in Greece, serving the country in the military is mandatory. You have to do it. So the band was on and off because of studies, going to the university, studying what you want to do, and then serving the country. So we've been on and off. Members will come in and going. Myself, I joined the band in 2007, and the boys have released a promo album in 2006. When we got our first contract in 2010, 11, actually, we started re-recording it, and we made our debut album, which is called The Ivory Tower. By the way, The Ivory Tower used to be the name of the band. However, there is a German band with that name, so unfortunately, we had to dispose of it because, we had issues otherwise. You cannot just go and record and be professional with the same name as another band. So we changed it. We chose Illusory out of maybe 2,000 propositions, proposals, ideas, you name it. And since we said we are, continuing our existence as a band with the name Illusory, we released our first album, The Ivory Tower. We made some live gigs around Greece, and then recorded our second album, which is called Polysyllabic. And as I told you before, it was released last November by Seven Heart, German label. This is what we do so far. We have a gig coming up next Saturday June the 3rd, we are playing live in Athens, and then we're taking it further to other concerts that will be announced very soon.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Now the band name itself, Illusory. So you guys had to change it to that. What does that mean to you? Like, exactly what does that mean? Like, what does that band name mean, and what is there a story behind that exact name?
Well, yes, there is. The Ivory Tower isn't just the words, or a song. It means something utopian, a place you go to hide away, to be isolated from the people. So when we started thinking about ideas about the new band name, we wanted to maintain this identity. We wanted to have something very similar to the Ivory Tower. Illusory is very close as a concept to the one of the Ivory Tower. So by checking out the meaning of the word and the phrase, of course, we decided, all the boys in the band, that we should keep that name because they have almost the same meaning, and I think it's a cool name. Don't you think so, Zach?
Yeah, man. Very cool, dude. I like it. Um, As far as like your songs and shit that you guys have, your lyrical themes, how would you describe that? Like, what kind of stuff do you guys talk about in your songs?
Our first album, our debut, The Ivory Tower, is a concept album, and it's all about the story of a fictional dude. It could be real. His name is Stephen Towers, and he's a guy that came from a village out of nowhere. And he started building his empire by using lies. He was so good with it, and he was full of shit, but nobody could understand it because he was so great in manipulating people and making lies make believe that he became very rich, got all the money in the world, got all the power in the world, and at some point, all these lies blew in his face. So he began losing everybody. The people working with him, the people working for him, his wife, his best friend, everybody. That's a story of our first album, and as a conceptual set, we had to be very focused on the story. Now, our second album, Polysyllabic, is filled with different issues and themes. We have songs about mythology. We have Odyssey, for instance, and we have songs about stories, fictional ones, or stories that could happen to somebody, one of us, on the street on a daily basis. We have songs that describe a very evil person, like Bleak, and we have songs like very fictional, like in New Beginning. So you can understand, Zach, that Polysyllabic is basically a garden of all themes and issues involving history, mythology, and stories that could happen to anyone.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's badass, man. As far as your like musical influences, man, what would you say got you into music when you were young, and what exactly influences you now as a band?
How much time do we got?
We got all night, brother.
We got it all right then. Influences. Ooh, we got tons. We grew up with classic heavy metal because most of us were growing up in the 80s, and we were very much inspired and influenced by a huge band of the 80s, like Iron Maiden, like Judas Priest, Queensryche, of course, and Sabotage, and well, you can name all the bands in the world if you want to, because each and every one of them made a huge impact on every one of us here. So you can understand that we have a big, huge catalog of bands that inspired us in that period. Naturally, evolving as listeners and fans, and later as musicians, we discovered other bands as well. Um, from Tool to, um, well, you name it. I don't know. To Lethal, to German bands like the Apocalyptic Writer. I'm talking about myself now, and of course, classic heavy bands, or even more extreme bands from the '90s and the zeros, and the list is going on and on.
Fuck yeah, man. As far as your local scene, I know you guys are from Greece, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Okay, what is the local metal scene right there? What is it like?
Well, I'll tell you what. When an album from Greece was released in 1987, somebody from a British magazine wrote, "Metal from Greece? That's like seeking for a virgin inside a Motley Crue bus."
That's fucked up.
Sounds surreal. Yes, I know. So very little people knew that there was actually a scene in Greece regarding heavy metal. Today, I am in a very pleasant situation to tell you that there are many bands, so many, just need 2-3 hours just to name a few of them, that have released albums and made tours, and of course, you know, Rotting Christ and Septic Flesh.
Yeah, I was
These are
just
very
about to
famous.
say, isn't Rotting Christ from fucking Greece,
they
I
stream
think.
all the time, yes. And they are so huge and very famous all over the world. And of course, there are bands that release albums that going well and get great reviews from press, international and local. And I have to tell you, almost every month we have 2 or 3 releases that really go. I don't know how to put it. They're going fucking well. People love it, and fans and press express their great remarks, and they just like it. So I have to say the Greek scene in heavy metal is blossoming, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm glad that I see new bands coming out and say, "Hey, we are here. This is our album. Listen to it, and believe it or not, we are coming to conquer the world."
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. As far as your live show, for anybody out there who has not seen you guys live yet, how would you describe a live experience of Illusory?
I'll say loud. The first place is, when we play live, we play for 2 hours, say the least. And in the past, we've done live gigs like 3 hours, 3 hours and a half. We are honest in what we do. You listen to the album, and then you wonder yourself, are these guys going to play the exact same song? I mean, with all these motifs, with all these rhythm changes, with all that shit happening on the album. How do they keep up? But when you come to a live gig, you understand that we are well rehearsed. We respect our fans, which is the most important thing for us right now. You know, Zach, last year we were playing a live gig in Athens Festival with 5 more bands, and there was people coming from Germany to see us. And they contacted us, and we met them and said, "Wow, we respect the fact that you came all the way from Germany for a band that's just starting, you know." we have a small name in the business right now, but when you come to a live gig, you understand that we give 110% of what we have, and the sonic experience is, I'm not going to say unique, but it's really different and worth mentioning. And to come to, you'll sure consider to come to the next one and the next one and the one after that.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, one of the questions I like to ask all the bands that come on here, what is the craziest, most fucked up thing you've seen so far in your career as being a musician? Like something on stage or something at a show or something like that. What's something that sticks out in your mind?
Well, as I told you before, there are people coming to our concerts from various places in Europe, which is really, really surreal, considering that we're just a small band. But fucked up and crazy at the same time and all that. I have to think about that. Well, you got me. Zach, you got me. You got me. I confess. I have to think about that. So you give me another question, and while answering to that question, I will try to think about the fucked up weird thing that you were asking about.
Okay. Well, I got another question from the chat room right now. Somebody in here listening, they want to know, Secret Weapon is his name. He wants to know who taps the most groupies in the band.
Okay, good question. Certainly not me, because I'm married. My singer is also married, and my guitarist and my keyboard player. So I have to leave my bass player as well. So the other guitarist, Greg, who's single by now, I think he's the only one left in the band doing that awful business. So we leave the spotlight for Greg to do that.
So he's the one. What's his name?
Greg. Greg is our guitarist. One of them. George is one guitarist. Greg is the other one.
Okay. Well, ladies out there listening, Greg, the guitar player from Illusory, that is the one you need to contact after the shows. He will hook you up.
Yep. Plus, you know what, Zach? He's the youngest of the band, and he can totally, keep up with the pace. So yeah.
Yeah.
You bet.
I hear you, man. All right. Secret Weapon also wants to know any tech failures or injuries while you guys were live on stage. Anything like that ever happen?
Well, it happens. Unfortunately, it happens, and I think it was a gig we played. Last March. We have a narration part in a song called Ivory Tower, title track from the first album, and which is 10 minutes long, the song, and we have a narration part. So we had the deck ready for pressing the button. They pressed the button, and we heard nothing. They pressed the button again. We heard nothing, and we decided that we should play this part without narration.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of weird, but we managed, and we managed easily. I can tell you, happens all the time.
That's cool though. You guys got through it though, man.
Thank you.
Right on. Another question from the chat room: has anyone ever been arrested or put in jail while being on tour?
No, not by far. No. We are easygoing people. We save all our energy for the stage and not the street. So no, the answer is no.
Very cool, man. Megan in the chat room, she wants to know what's your favorite horror movies.
Horror movies. Well, there's a bunch of them. When I was a kid, I love to see vampire movies, and I mean real vampire movies with Christopher Lee and all these great actors, not that bullshit Twilight shit, whatever.
Yeah.
which is most probably some sort of a soap opera with teeth. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And to tell you the truth, I like movies like Book of the Dead and stuff like that, which is very extreme, I think, but I like it up to a point. Not very, very extreme like the Saw, no, but I would say medium rare, if you know what I mean.
Fuck yeah, man. Uh, Another question from the chat room. Mad Malloy. He wants to know what kind of what are your band links? Where can he go to? Do you have a band camp, or where can he go to buy merch and music and stuff?
Sure. Albums and T-shirts and all that. We have a official website, illusoryband.com. Illusoryband.com. Visit us online. It's there 24 hours a day, 24/7, and you can learn all about the band. You know, releases, live gigs, news, and all that. So there's also a merchandise part where you can press the button and order the 2 albums and T-shirts. And other merchandise will soon. And of course, we have the official pages on Facebook and Twitter, you know, social media, YouTube, and all that stuff. So you can keep up what we do, keep updated, and watch out when we do something. So thank you in advance, people, for asking. Just visit us online on illusoryband.com and be part of the Illusory band.
Right on, dude. Right on. All right. Well, what kind of plans do you guys have for the future?
Actually, we are about to start recording our 3rd album. We are done with pre-production. We have gathered all ideas, and next month now, June, we are going to enter our studio. We have our own studio in Athens, which is very important for us. It's our little hideaway, our little, you know, at the Ivory Tower inside crazy city. And we're going to start recording our 3rd album. Naturally, we are planning our tour in Greece to visit some cities, play live the songs from our 2nd and 1st album, and of course try to get a slot to play at the road, which is very important for us because we haven't done it so far. We haven't exceeded the Greek borders to play live. So what we do is setting out our plan for live gigs and, of course, recording the 3rd album.
Hell yeah. Do you guys have any plans right now of touring North America or Canada?
Well, in order to do that, you have somebody to push you to do it. And, I mean, promotionally, you have to have an agent to do that. Our label is setting out the plans. To tell you the truth, Zach, because I want to be straightforward with you, it's very difficult to do it because there has to be a budget and has to be a sponsor to assist in all that. And of course, there has to be a timing because we all have day jobs, and that means planning ahead. So right now, no, there are no plans for North America. For touring, but we are open to proposals, open to discussion, and I do hope that our label and our agent will come back with some sort of a proposal in order to be able to experience that. I've been to the United States a few times myself, and I've seen live shows in the States, and people are very, you know, energetic, aggressive when it comes to concerts, and we sure like to live this thing, not just as fans, but, you know, on stage.
One last question. Secret Weapon in the chat room, he wants to know if you guys do come to Canada, can you bring some Greek women with you?
Well, Mr. Secret Weapon, we can try, but I think they'll confiscate them on the border. You know, people say that Greek women are the most beautiful in the world, and I can show you about that. They're hot. So yeah, I guess that my friend has to settle with Canadian woman for now until we come over to visit.
There you have it, Secret Weapon. You just have to settle for a Canadian woman for now, man. But maybe in the future. All right. Well,
I've been to Canada. They're nice.
Yeah. What was your opinion of Canadian women?
Well, we met a few, and they're very polite and nice and hot. So I don't see any point in bringing out foreign women. As far as I'm concerned, these girls look just fine.
Aha. There you go, Secret Weapon. All right, man. Well, I'm about out of questions for you, brother. Is there anything else you want to let the people out there know before I let you go?
Sure. First of all, thank you, Zach. Thank you so much for the invitation. It was great talking to you live on air on Metal Devastation Radio. I wish you all the best, all the success in the world, you and your fans, your listeners, everybody, and the United States. Thank you so much for our first international interview. And visit us online on illusoryband.com and enjoy our second album, Police Lab. And also, just make a comment, and who knows, maybe next year or this year as well, maybe we'll come and visit you on stage. So thank you, all the best, shine on.
Well, thank you very much, Kostas, for taking the time to talk to us. Thank you for supporting Metal Devastation Radio.
Thank you.
And really, man, fuck yeah, dude. Fucking, we hope to see you guys over here someday soon. If not, just send us the links of whatever you're doing, and we'll share the fuck out of it and post it everywhere, okay?
You bet. Thank you, Zach. All the best.
Hey, before I let you go, I gotta get you to make us a station tag, okay?
All right.
All right, whenever you're ready, just say something like, "This is Kostas from Illusory, and you are listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Hello, this is Kostas from Illusory, and you are listening to Metal Devastation Radio. Metal on.
Fuck yeah, man. That's badass.
Thank you, Zach.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time.
Dude, all the best. Thank you. Bye now.
Dude, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some Illusory for these motherfuckers, and I'm going to make them go deaf, all right?
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Zach.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
There you have it, folks. Illusory live on the Zach fucking Moonshine fucking show on Metal Devastation fucking radio. Brought to you by Lagunitas IPA, man. Crank this motherfucking shit up loud as a fucking fuck and make your neighbors fucking hate you, man. Make them fucking call U-Haul trucks in the morning. Make them fucking be ready to move. Make them ready to fucking call the cops. Whatever the fuck they gotta do, man. Make them uncomfortable. Put your speakers in your fucking windows, for God's sakes. Crank this up.